just for one day.
Big Chatz, great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation.
The show that is not afraid to tackle the issues that you care about. The show that is inspired and created by youth for youth. The show that gives you what you've been asking for. The show that gives you a voice.
Big Chatz.
Yes, Belize, the Belize Family Life Association's youth advocacy movement is back with the #1 rated teen show on the airwaves, Big Chatz, at 3 p.m. on Love TV and More FM. Now with more surprises, more segments, more giveaways, and more burning issues. Tune in and log on to Big Chatz.
Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big Chatz.
Smart promotions are sizzling hot. Smart customers, now you can get an automatic double up on your first $20 upload for the month. Upload $20, get 40. We're burning up. To make it even better, also get 100 free SMS for every 10 minutes of talk time used on national calls. Smart is bringing the heat. Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
Smart, bringing people together.
Hummingbird Furnishings is proud of its unique blend of wicker, rattan, wood, bamboo, and resin outdoor products made for domestic and commercial use. We continually strive not only to create beautiful work of art, but furniture that will last a lifetime. Each piece is intricately hand-woven and manufactured with the finest materials and craftsmanship available. Thorough inspections are executed as products progress through each department, assuring our customers the highest quality. Let us help you to create your very own masterpiece. Visit us in San Pedro, Placencia, or Belmopan. Browse our website www.hummingbirdfurnishings.com or call us at 822-3164. Hummingbird Furnishings, beautiful furniture built to last a lifetime.
Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. Get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. Get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling.
And yes, guys, welcome back to BIGG Chatz here on live on Love TV and on More FM. I like to just say the person who won the prize was the Smart Giveaway, Anisha Arnold. You can pick up your prize at BFLA 2621 Mercer Lane here in Belize City. Please take a valid ID and you can pick up your smart packages. I also like to big up my our sponsors: Smart, UNFPA United Populations Fund, Summit Foundation, Hummingbird Furnishings, Coca-Cola, Yam members and their families, Chit Chat, Sex Education Through Texting, 1010-247, the National Drug Abuse Control Council, Santiago Castillo Limited, and also make sure that you visit our Yam Belize Facebook page. With that, we go into Miracle on the Street and be back.
Every day's like a day, I'm a kid in Wonderland. Like a big reggae fan at Summer Jam. Understand who, baby?
This is another segment of Miracle on the Street, right here on Big Chat. I'm your host, Raven Jensen. Today's question is, how do you feel about youth consuming tobacco or any other type of drug?
The reason I think about people smoking, it's dangerous for their health, and I advise other people for not doing it. I know I lost a couple people already by smoking. Me myself did try it already. First, the reason I tried it because of peer pressure and maybe stress. But I stopped doing nothing. I slow down. But I advise other young people for no smoke. Yeah, cause out lung cancer.
Well, I definitely think that it's a bad thing. I don't think it's unhealthy for your body. It causes a lot of diseases. Cancer is one of the main. And it's not. Why would you want to poison your body? Smoking affects you from the start. So it's not a good thing. I feel like it's Me personally feel it's a bad thing, and I think young people we should start taking better care of our bodies, and smoking is not the way. That's my 2 cents on it.
Well, how I feel about young people doing drugs, well, I feel everybody have their own choice, right? And with every choice, come with consequences. And me, I don't really have a problem with teens doing drugs, right? I just that they take care of themselves and they not try to do no fooling under the influence of the drugs, right?
And that was Miracle on the Street, right here on Big Chatz. I'm your host, Raven Gentle. See you next week.
Pause, playback, rewind, pause. Playback, pause. Playback, rewind, play.
And yes, Belize, that was Miracle on the Street with Miss Raven Gentle. Jumping straight back into our discussion. So, before we went to Miracle on the Street, you guys were talking about the World No Tobacco Day. We were talking about the National Drug Abuse Control Council, and I did never ask you guys, what do you do at the National Drug Abuse Control Council, and what is your role there at the department, at the organization, and what do you do for young people on a daily basis?
Well, NDACC is designed in such a way that our primary workload is catered towards primary and secondary school, and by extension, primary and secondary prevention work. It's ideally prevention work, because if you understand what prevention is, it's the deterring an individual from going into something that is negative for them. Whilst the work of NDACC has grown beyond deterring, because now you have to find a way to address individuals who have already started to affect or being affected by drugs and other substances. So we do work now in terms of prevention education. We design programs to ensure young people have the adequate information not to do certain things. We do secondary prevention. If we find that you've been using, then we say what to do to stop you from using. And then we do tertiary prevention, in where we make referrals to agencies to help you get the help. Because as is, Tyrone or myself aren't necessarily a drug abuser. So we can't necessarily tell you, well, this is a direct cause and effect. But we can say, all right, these individuals have been trained, have working knowledge. We make referrals to them. Tyrone?
Yeah, something I'd like to add to that, specifically when you're speaking about prevention. Say, for example, in reference to World No Tobacco Day, we did the same. That's an edutainment clip that yourself, along with Michael and Jenna, did. Basically, it was entertaining, but yet it was informational. And that was something that was distributed, and it will be aired on different media stations, like I said before. And it's that I'm speaking about, whereby we're going to incorporate those very same situations with edutainment within the classroom system, within the school system, and make it a program that is huge, that you could look forward to it. You could entertain me, yes, but I want you to educate me as well. So it's based primarily on how creative that student could be, how the entire school could get involved into the program in teaching youth to have a better behavior, a better way to deal with situations. So that is very important when it comes to prevention, because what we want to do is to model positive behavior. We want to uplift individuals, and that is basically what I did for World No Tobacco Day, apart from the other activities that took place nationally.
So the commercial that I took part in I won't say that was my question. Is it a commercial, or it is just something that will air during the newscast?
No,
it is a commercial that will show over and over?
It's something that is an example. It's a teaching tool per se. You know, how you go about doing something, in educating someone, but yet entertaining them as well. It's not just to look pretty, it's to educate that person who is viewing what you're teaching.
With that, Belize, we have to go straight into our LOL moment, hoping that you guys LOL with this moment. We'll be back with more Big Chatz after this segment, people.
Women in a Belize. First, you got the operator. She either make BTL or smart rich with the amount of calls she accept, deny, or redirect. When you there with her, she either the text or the phone call. They talk about,
girl, you only crazy. Boy, shh, you can't say anything. My boyfriend the right side of me.
or the most famous.
No, I'm not busy right now. I'll call you back.
Next, you got a puppy foot. This the kind of girl where house cuss her night and day with the biggest bad word. So she feel like she have to go out more than the electricity when it rain. She have to be at every event, every concert, every party, even funeral, just to say she me gone. And usually, you know, got no money to go nowhere. Then you got a hollering. She love quarrel. She know everybody and them business, like when your granny made a scratch a big toe on Vernon Street Bridge. Indira and Marlene, you know, got nothing for she when it come to news. And she would have run the channel 7 or 5 right now for tell them how they lie. This that the kind of girl who want grab the phone from you and cuss out your mouth for the talk to fishy man. Next, you got the vets. Short for veteran or veterinarian. This that the kind of girl we got more X than what algebra math book. And according to she, all of them a dog. And she live to make all man suffer for where they do. Last, that is jackpot. She the one real woman. And if you the one real man, she will have everything where you need. Independent, kind, respectful, loyal, and the list goes on. This that the kind of woman where man got you the one that what you do to deserve something so good. And lastly, this that the kind of girl where when she said jump, you want to say how high.
And yes, guys, you're watching Big Chats here on live on Love TV and on More FM. And our discussion for today is about drug abuse. And of course, we are joined by our two guests. With that, our second question for the second giveaway, Dutch Lady, courtesy of Santiago Castillo Limited, is what is the theme for this year's World No Tobacco Day? Of course, you can text in to, let me get my numbers. Please read the number idea.
The number is 623-8490. That's 623-8490. Just text in what was the theme for this. What is the theme actually for this year's World No Tobacco Day? That's text it to 623-8490 and you can win yourself Dutch Lady prizes sponsored by Santiago Castillo Limited.
All right, then with that we jump right back into discussion. So for either you guys who can answer me, what are some of the challenges that you face out there when it comes to young people and their level of drug abuse? Because I remember earlier, while we started the show, you mentioned that it is something that is becoming very, very dangerous with us young people abusing drugs left, right, and center. Anyone or no?
Well, one of the things I like about you is how you identify yourself when you said us, because too often we find once you're discussing drugs, the stigma that comes with it, everyone wants to push it away. So I like that you brought yourself into it. A challenge today is simple with young people. I don't think they have the kind of mental mindset, that kind of drive. You know, too many followers. Nobody wants to be their unique self. You know, coming up for me was quite easy because I could have been Eldred Neal. I could have become my own label. Right now, everybody wants to be like Mike. You know, so I'm Tyrone Mike. You know, and that's the problem. And once you find this follow-foot nature, all right, this follow-foot nature, individuals then sinks further and further. When we look at what's happening in the city, the way how everybody fears the city, I mean, it's just because, again, how people are lending to this. I think if you take that out the highlight, if you put that rather than a news headline and make that be a part of the reel, the death rate will definitely go down. But the priority is right now, who's dead now? What's going to be the next thing? Who's going to die over this weekend?
People say the news hype when people don't.
Let's look at the number of people that are graduating this year. Let's now look at BIGG Chatz. Let's look at how many young people are viewing it. Let's look at the crucial discussions that we have on this kind of show.
So I guess in a nutshell, we're trying to say that we should highlight more positive things than being based just on the negative.
That's not a nutshell, that's the whole cojones.
All right, Tyrone?
That is true. In terms of my experiences, yes, you meet a lot of followers. But one of the things that people always sometimes overlook when it comes to influence that don't only come from a person, it comes from the environment that person is in. Sometimes it's is by the situation. So when it comes to drug abuse by young persons per se, sometimes people go through traumatic experiences throughout life and they need to cope.
Yeah.
And they, as a result of wanting to cope, if that is what you see within your home, then that's what you follow.
Yeah, because
you understand me?
Yeah, so I know basically two of us were doing social work at UB, and you're correct. What you said is that person and environment pie, and whatever but the kind of environment that person lives in will necessarily, to some extent, say how that person will turn out or something like that. But still, there are some people. Yes, they've been through.
I'm a product of outside.
Exactly.
I'm a product of outside.
I feel a lot of people
have
like
never,
that.
will never use drugs.
Exactly.
Because that's one of the things that people constantly say. Because if you come from a certain side, they sit there, live in a certain district, or you're supposed to act that way or be a certain way.
But we have a lot of people who knows that we have a lot of people where top in society where grow up over the south side.
Very
but
much.
It's about the parents. To me, it's about the parents, because if I am a young child, I am depending on my parents to tell me the right way.
Role modeling.
Right? Exactly.
I
think it's the parents who need to be the proper role models to say and train the child properly.
We got this. I like this. When I speak to large audiences, I'd like to share quickly with them and tell folks about the Billy Bob syndrome. You know Billy, Mr. Bob's son? This individual will get into any trouble, because if he gets into trouble, it's not Billy who gets into trouble. It's Billy, Mr. Bob's son. And we've done this now critically in a crucial time, taking our country, and we've now learned to spank individuals and give other folks little, we're calling pass cards, or in the classroom, you just get time off, right? So we merit negative things, and then we demerit.
Instead of dealing with the positive.
We demerit the people who fail by trying, and we merit the people that won't even try no more. All right? I like the issue right now in our country, you know, where we have this education boom. Everyone wants to become more educated. I say let's stop and take a phase and look at what aspect of education we're talking about. All right? Because a lot of parents are not equipped to deal with some of these kids now, because they feel as though their parenting skills or their parenting education wasn't to the standard where the child is. So a lot of role modeling gets broken down at home, because I only got to understand one of my people did at associate level. So I can't talk to my child anymore. But if we learn to continue to lead and learn by behavior, I say that's what counts, you know. My reputation speaks for me. And if we could let parents remember this every day, we're going to start solving a lot of the issues. Because all we have truthfully is our name. And there's a big issue in our names. I say folks call each other all kind of dog, and we meet each other and we stop. What's up, dog?
I don't know.
We're straight. You know, like we really lose touch. Eh? Look at Bridget, you know, meet the dog. No man, call me God if you want, but I don't work with that boys. Good, orderly direction.
Good.
So we need to start off on the names that we call each other.
Look at it. Take for instance, and I like Facebook, you know, I love it bad, but the conversations on it and the way, all of these derogatory terms in which we liaise with each other, it's very dangerous.
Well,
you know, females, okay, being called certain things. I mean, gosh.
All right, guys. With that said, we'll take our NDACC tip and be right back.
Welcome to another great show of Big Chats for the year 2012. This is your NDACC tip for the day.
Man, that's true what the grandmaster say. Life, they get hard out here. Make a smoke all these cigarette for relieve my stress, man.
What, Michael? That cigarette you smoke?
First of all, make I tell you something. Smoking is bad for your health.
Tobacco has over 1,200 chemicals that is dangerous to the body.
Two of the chemicals are nicotine and tar.
Tar and nicotine?
Yes, Michael. One of the chemical components found in cigarette is tar. Tar and nicotine, tar off of the street.
Nicotine is a highly addictive substance. I know life could be stressful, but I know they have other ways you could turn to other than drugs.
You could watch TV, play sports, or even talk to a friend like me.
Thank you very much for those excellent advice. This cigarette, I don't need.
Hi guys, I am Haidia Golanche, the host of Big Chats. This is Michael Welch, who is the narrator of the drug tip, and Jenna Ferguson from Balancing Beautiful Bodies. In collaboration with the Belize Family Life Association, the Youth Advocacy Movement, and the National Drug Abuse Control Council, we say no to cigarette smoking.
This is your NDACC tip for the day.
Guys, we just had our NDACC tip. During the break, we had our winner for Dutch Lady Products, courtesy of Santiago Castillo Limited, Azrin Marsden. You can pick up your prize at BFLA 2621 Mercer Lane here in Belize City. With that said, we go straight into Youth on Blast and be back in a few.
Yes, Belize, we're back again with another segment of the Belize Family Life Association's Big Chat Youth and Blast segment, of course. This is your boy Ryan DJ Rabo, joining you guys every week. You know, we have different talents to come drop through the studios and giving a little taste of what out there. No? Tonight we have Denise Castillo in the building with me. Oh, Denise, how you feel?
I'm feeling good. Just want to say thanks for having me on the show. I'm glad to be here.
All right, bless. So guys, for you guys who don't know, Denise is one of Belize's biggest female artists, okay? Genre reggae, you do?
I do a little bit of dance hall and a mixture of, you know, I fuse all different type of music together. And sometimes I like to, other word to look for. Sometimes I like to experiment with different kinds of music.
Okay. So basically reggae, based on what I hear, based on what I'm what I've listened to with your music, reggae is something that you're big at.
Yes, I definitely like the genre of reggae, and I do a lot of reggae based kind of songs. So that would be one of my main genres that I would do songs in.
And out of all your music, well, I know you have a lot of singles where you release.
Yes,
right,
I have a couple of singles.
What are your favorite?
Well,
I
have to say I have all of the songs. I like them because I write them, but all of them have a little bit of something that I like in them. So I can't say I have one song that I really like.
One song you really like. Everything, something.
Yeah, one little piece of me
inspired you.
Exactly.
Each song you had a different inspiration.
Exactly.
In terms of writing.
Exactly.
And your emotions, you like have a lot of emotions in your music. How you bring it out.
Yes, I definitely put my emotion.
Life experiences,
It would be life experiences mixed with what friends have gone through, what I've seen people go through from day to day in relationships, and just life, And I think that's what I put into my music, and that's why I try to portray in my songs. So that would be some of the inspiration I put into my songs. I definitely have emotion that I put into my songs, so
And I guess that exactly what make every good artist, You have to really
exactly,
tell your life story through your music.
I heard somebody said, you might not say it in real life, but you're brave enough to say it in a song.
I see up on TV recently. You're the host on a TV show.
Yes, I'm
Tell me a little bit about that,
hosting
because
a
I know
show.
everybody probably see you too, and they're the one now. What they need to do?
Yes, I'm doing a show. It's a top 10 show I'm hosting with DJ Dala. But it's a nice show. It's laid back. We have people who really like to call in, and it's a fun-filled show,
And it's Saturdays?
And it's Saturdays. It's at 9. But it's definitely a new experience. I always wanted to try hosting because...
I could tell you're not coming shy at all.
Well, I still get nervous now and again, but it's definitely becoming something that I'm getting used to. But I definitely like the hosting gig. I mean, I'm not the best yet, but, I'm trying, and I'm hopefully, people like me.
So yes, folks, this you have it again, another great week. This is the Big Chat Show, Youth on Blast, BFLA. And don't know every week when you tune in, we have something good for you to share with you. We have the best artists, either fine arts, drama, music, musicians, of course. Then they write us so every week they wait for and tell them a little bit about what they do, right? So remember, tune in till next time again. You guys have been put on blast.
Into you, never ready for the world, so me down with you. Never gonna find another love you like
we just had
Youth
on Blast. Sorry, Youth on Blast with DJ Rival Bennett. With that, we'll jump straight into Balancing Beautiful Bodies, and we'll be back with more discussion on drugs here on Big Chats.
Fire stamp. Oh, boom. Outer international. You see it? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to Balancing Beautiful Bodies, brought to you by Faith Fitness Club. I am your girl, Jenna. Well, as you can see here, I'm over here at the Lamani Fitness Center, and we're gonna do some power walks and some running. We're gonna get into some comfortable shoes, so be sure to get up a nice tennis shoe that you can walk and feel comfortable in. Now, choose a location on where you like to walk. By the park, along the seaside, here at the Lamani Fitness Center, or on the stairs, or anywhere else. Well, first come, you like to get your dumbbells. If not, you can walk not with them. Walk with a friend, walk alone, or walk with me right now.
Confusing, but time has passed and things have changed, and the facts still remain. I feel the very same way every day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lately I've been thinking about you. I finally found that I can't do it without you.
5 times per week or more. You can burn up to 130 to 150 calories every day you walk. And that's it for Balancing Beautiful Bodies, brought to you by Faith Fitness Club. I am your girl, Jenna Ferguson.
And yes, guys, we just saw Balancing Beautiful Bodies by Jenna Ferguson. With that, we jump straight into Grind My Gears, hosted by Corey Dawson and Ryan Bennett, and be back in a few.
Good day, Belize, and welcome to another segment of You Know What Really Grinds My Gears. I'm your host, Corey Dawson.
And I'm your boy, Ryan DJ Ribo, of course.
And the first thing we grind my gear, now when you go to a restaurant, right? And then you see the bottle of ketchup, or pepper, and you go up her plate, everything throw out for you because they put water in it.
So you like rotary ketchup?
I don't like.
You know why I hate Belize? I hate when they try to give me rice bun feed. You check? I don't appreciate that. Man,
Scrape,
rice bun. We're going to gear.
Plate black up. The next thing we grind my gear, now when they wash up, right? You go wash up your plate, nice and neat and thing, and somebody just got a dash plate in your water. Now go wash that tomato gravy for last week, rice and beans, all kind of thing left in
there. No clog me, man, but I don't like paleta. I don't like the lot of paletas, man, I can't, man, with the girl. Can you like wake you up today, lot of nice early Saturday morning, you check? Then tell you brother and sister go shake you up there with paletas.
Give me that.
And
alright.
Basically, that's what grind our gears, alright?
Yes, guys, we just saw Grind My Gears by Corey Dawson and Ryan Bennett. We're still joined by our guests from the National Drug Abuse Control Council, and we're discussing about drugs. Either you guys could just jump